Table of focus now is number 3. You just see me go 3x with a pretty garbage hand. We've got a guy who 3-bets 20% in the big blind. I'm not exactly sure what I'd do if he 3-bet this hand. It doesn't play that well. He didn't 3-bet, so let's deal with the hand we've got in front of us. I want to draw a distinction here on this board as compared with the paired board that we flopped before of Jack 5-5. On Jack 5-5 with pocket 8s, we basically got nothing. And as you heard me talk about, like the times that he's got Jack-Jack, and we end up having to either bet call or bet fold when we hit the 8, it's a disaster. Here, we do have a real nut draw. Obviously the Jack and the 7 are basically the nuts. So I think here you lose a lot more when you get check raised off your hand than you do when I had pocket 8s on Jack 5-5. So with that under consideration, it would have more merit to checking back this flop. Additional to this, we have 3 players, so I would have been more likely to check it back because one of them can wake up with a 6 or ace 8-9 with the nut spades that he wants to play hard, etc. When he leads into me, if the pot were heads up, I might look at floating him. I might, hope that he is betting ace 8-9 with spades and I can outplay him. And the reality is when it's 3-way, either of them can have a 6, and I've got to put in a fair bit of money, just under half the pot, and I don't know what a guy who plays 47% VPIP is doing. We know absolutely nothing about his hand, so this makes this a clear-cut fold. You're going to see me think about it a little bit. I'm a little bit reluctant because I have seen, a couple of things that says I can potentially outplay this guy, but it's not meant to be today. You're going to see me open full pot in middle position, Queen 9-10 with a dangler, double suited, good hand. Top hand in my opinion, apart from the dangler, but you might surprise them when you get a couple of deuces out there. These are flops that I'm still in two minds about. I think when you get check called, you're getting check called by pocket jacks, pocket kings, and maybe the ace, the king, and the jack high flush draws. And then a lot of the time, you've actually got his hand crushed. This is not a bad spot to check back and kind of just deceive him, because when you check back, you can call every turn probably outside of the 8. The ace and the king is a little bit debatable, but when I check back the flop and he bet into me on the turn ace or the turn king, I probably would look to call, see how he reacts. You're going to see. So as I'm advocating, I think the best line is probably to check back, especially for balancing purposes, and especially to make it harder for them to bet into you on the turn later. You do see that I decide to go ahead and c-bet, and he is going to check raise me off my hand. He check raises full pot. I think when he does this, he's got a hand that he wants to shut the pot down with now, like maybe an 8 with a pair in his hand. And he doesn't want to see any more cards. So he does fold me off the hand. You can make an argument, like, as I say, when they're check raising this size, I feel they're looking to fold you off the hand, right? You can make an argument that you can float it here, and the hearts are almost certainly the nuts. But it is stepping into a little bit dangerous water. He's probably not going to fold given the kind of player he is, and he can have a full house. And the times that we do outdraw him, he is going to have a little bit of equity to outdraw us again on the river. So you're going to go ahead and see me make a fold, but I feel that betting the flop there was a slight mistake.